guys, it's I know it's only September, but for me it's time to think about my Christmas planning and my Christmas planning in terms of my own personal Christmas, Christmas planning in terms of work, Christmas planning in terms of my Christmas planning series on YouTube. I know it's only September, but hey, never too early to get started on these things. That's what I think anyway. For me, Christmas isn't just about Christmas Day. I know people have often said to me, oh my God, Anna, you go way over the top about Christmas and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But I love Christmas, guys. I live for Christmas. And Christmas is not just about Christmas Day. For me, Christmas starts like the last week in November and runs all the way until the first week in January with the Christmas decorations coming down in 12th night. So for me, it's a good like 6 weeks of festiveness. I milk Christmas like nobody's business. So time to get my planner out. This is the planner that I use for my Christmas planning. It used to be a personal size. If you've seen some of my old Christmas planning series, I used to use the personal size, but I found that was just too small for everything that I wanted, so I moved into the A5 original. I can't remember when and where I bought this, but I do remember getting it on like a deal where it was like too good to be true. I love it so much, although I do wish there were more pockets inside it. It's a bit bulgy because I have stuffed just loads of stuff in there throughout the year. I haven't looked at it. It's really heavy actually, guys. I haven't looked at it. I have just stuffed things in there throughout the year. So I need to open this up and kind of go through it and look what's in here, just tidy it up and stuff. My pockets here, the front here, this is just like a collection of prettiness. I don't use it because the original just has this this elastic here and then 2 slots there. I kind of wish, and this is secretary pocket, I kind of wish it had a little bit more in there, but then I probably would just fill it with random stuff. So yeah, this is all bits that kind of, if I'm truly being honest, I am hoarding. I just love some of these things. Most of this is from October Afternoon that I used to stock in the shop. I don't know if there's any stuff still left in the shop of it, but I used to stock it, and I just am hoarding it because I just love it so much that I couldn't bear to use it. So in there it's just hoarding. And yeah, and truth be told, I don't know what all of this stuff is. So there's a Christmas card I got. That is some so yeah, when I have Christmas cards like I really like, I do use them again in my planners and things. So I will kind of, probably this one, because this one's 3D, I'll probably cut this one down here and then just hole punch it and use it as a page marker or something like that. I'm actually wondering, now I have seen it though, whether it might go in my traveller's notebook. It will. So I might convert that into and use it for something for my December daily project this year. So that's really pretty cool. I might actually just tuck that in there. This I found whilst clearing out the loft earlier in the year. I remember my Father Christmas writing set, which I had when I was a wee person. So I shoved that in. Oh, these are some of the Christmas cards that we sent this year in 2016. So these are my spares. We do a mixture of a photo shoot, which some of you guys have seen before, and also and the photo of us just tends to go to really close friends and family, and for sort of more distant people, that sounds horrible, but you know, I hope you know what I mean. But for other people, we kind of send them a shop bought card, and I really liked these, so I might use one of those for a project as well. Oh yeah, and these I sell these, and I really liked them, and I kept a set for myself, so they're just shoved in there. These are extra inserts that I had printed out. Oh, I remember now, these are my oops ones. These are my oops ones that I printed out last year, so I kept them in case I could make use of them. So yeah, just kind of want to, oh, there's a random bit of twine there. That might be coming nice for something. So yeah, I just want to kind of like re-familiarise myself with my planner again. For me, Christmas actually started back probably in June, July, because that was when I released some of the limited edition, the special edition Christmas boxes for Mrs. Brimble's. So like the mystery, the memory keeping kits. If you want to do like a memory keeping project for Christmas, I released those and I started designing the stuff to go in them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a video on my YouTube channel. I started designing the stuff to go in them back in like June, July, August time. The stationery and washi tape advent boxes, they are in their 3rd year now. Can you believe? Oh my gosh, 3rd year. And they are 24 items to unwrap every day in Advent, you know, like 1 per day in Advent. And a lot of that for this year is Mrs. Brimble's products. So I have been working on new designs for those as well. So yeah, Christmas for me actually has already really started, but I've been doing a lot of my work Christmas planning, as it were, in my work planner. And my work planner always sits by my desk. I never have, unless I'm doing like a planning session downstairs or something, I never really take it off of my desk. It just stays there. I don't show it because it is messy as heck. I don't use any washi tape. I don't use any stickers. I just pick up whatever pen is closest to me at the time. And I think if you saw it, you'd probably just freak. So I never show it. And yeah, and this, I have done some flips through before on my channel on this, but I'll just kind of, if you're new or whatever, I'll just do like a quick little flippy through for you and kind of show you. A lot of these things, like, I love and I've been hoarding, like this little dude here. They're starting to get a bit dogged, so I probably either need to use them soon or laminate them. I'm not sure which. I want to do neither, but you know. Little dashboard there. A lot of the stuff that you will see, it has all been stocked in my shop because I only ever get stuff into the shop that I absolutely love, and so I do tend to kind of raid my own supplies for stuff. And so some of this stuff, a lot of it may be out of stock now because it's sort of like a couple of years old, but some of it might still be in stock. My dashboard is reversible, so I can flip it round if I wanted to. That was because this paper was double-sided and I loved both sides and couldn't decide. My dividers I bought from Handmade by Charlotte Victoria on Etsy. And she is on Instagram as the CC Collection, I think she is now. I still really like them, although I am tempted to change them this year. We'll see. Got my sticky notes there from last year. And then I've got loads of bits and bobs throughout my planner of things I've just like tucked in because I really like them and enjoy them. They're not serving any purpose, if the truth be told. So I'm not sure whether I should keep them in because my planner is starting to get bulky. I am sort of hoarding them because they're so nice and I don't want to use them. So I'm thinking of maybe using them for things that I would want to keep on a permanent basis maybe. Or I should just take them out and put them into a memory planning thing. I don't know. So this, I should say about my inserts, my Christmas planning inserts are a mix of some that I sell in my Etsy shop. They're downloadable and you can print them over and over again, and some of them are from free downloads that I made for the Christmas planning series from, I want to say 2015, that I did loads and loads. I did like a proper planning series and I did a different topic every week, and I released free inserts with those as well. So if you want them, go and find them, they're free. Talking of inserts, I have printed a couple of inserts off that I want to put in my planner. And I had a question from Heather in the Facebook group about my Christmas inserts. She asked how I printed my inserts, whether I printed them all in one go or as and when I needed them, and if I printed them double-sided or single-sided. And the truth is, I print them as and when I need them. I don't bother printing them all, purely because I have already got a lot of stuff in here already printed. But I do print them single-sided, and then there's a couple of reasons for that. Well, one reason really, mainly, is that I quite like the back to write notes and things on, or have the option of writing notes on, which is why I do that. Like, if, for example, this Christmas present log that I've got for someone, I write down things that I buy, but sometimes on the back I write down places like where I've seen things or different prices and that kind of stuff. And I print them as and when I need them. So I've printed some already because I need them, because Christmas planning has started for me. So I'll talk about that again in a second. So yeah, this is just like kind of like personal like goals and things. I've written a bit about some of our family traditions. My magical checklist. My parents, when I was a child, made Christmas so magical for me that I want to kind of do the same for our little one. And I've talked about my family traditions before, but we have what's known as Fairies Night on the 30th of November, whereby we sit and we write our letters to Father Christmas, and we leave them out, and the fairies take them overnight. They take them off to Father Christmas, and in return they bring an advent calendar with them and an ornament for the tree. So I've kind of just got like a little bit of a like magical things that I want to kind of redo with my little one. So it's just kind of like a little reminder there of some of the things I want to do with her. These inserts are by Simple Stories. That's it, I can't remember now. Simple Stories. I love this. I got this in a box or something. It's a piece of paper, and I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It was from America, and do you know what? If you guys know where I can get some more of this, please let me know, because this is absolutely gorgeous and I'd love to be able to get some more. Another thing that I'm hoarding. I never got around to filling out some of this stuff, like music to listen to, books to read, movies to watch, food to eat. Love that. Making a list, checking it twice. Yeah, so as you can see, I do have a lot of blank stuff in here because I put it in and I'm hoarding it. Little December calendar. So if you do a memory keeping project, some of those would be awesome. My Christmas card section. I can't remember why I didn't fill that in last year. Oh, I remember. We did our Christmas card really, really late. And I sent our Christmas cards out like ridiculously late, so I didn't even bother this last year. So I've already got them printed, ready to go for this year. I printed those on scrapbook paper where the other side of the scrapbook paper was blank. So you've seen this before. That's like where I plot out our Christmas photo shoot and ideas. I have done videos on all of this before, guys, so you're not missing out on anything. And these are the inserts from my personal size. Just like ideas that we had for our Christmas card and stuff, and who we sent them to. And in here, that was one of our Christmas cards from part 2013 Christmas card. This is my baking section, old family recipes. Christmas Day menus, and then Christmas present log for people. A blank section. I don't know why I've got a blank section. Some note paper notes there. That looks like my shopping list. And then I have got two things there stuffed with notes and things. These are recipe cards. These are Simple Stories Cozy Christmas recipe cards, which are just super cute, which I need to remember come memory keeping time, because I want to put some of those in my traveller's notebook for as tip-ins and things. And in here I've just got like tons more embellishments things, so little bits that I've been hoarding and things. This is from America too. And some recipes. Look, candy cane Oreo cookies, mushroom chestnut and cranberry tart. So yeah, I've just got some bits I'm hoarding in there. So quite blank at the moment, and I think that was because I transitioned last year. So I lose track of my years because I've kind of been doing this stuff for a while. I kind of transitioned from a personal size to an A5 size. I think that was last year. And having a small child that we were still adapting to living with us, things kind of got a bit busy. So the main reason I am pulling my planner out and starting my planning and have printed my inserts out is because I've already purchased some things for Christmas. Let me move my planner out of the way for a minute. I sold a couple of planners. A couple of my planners I sold in the Planner D-Stash group on Facebook. And I made some money from that. I've sold a few recently. I've had like quite a big D-Stash of planners and stuff, and so yeah, I sold quite a few planners, and the money was sitting in my PayPal account, and I didn't really necessarily know what to do with it. That sounds really stupid, like, what do you not know what to do with money? But I thought if I didn't do anything with the money, I thought it would just kind of get whittled away on just general life, like, you know, your food shopping and things, which is absolutely fine. But I had the money for my food shopping. Does that sound weird? Like, I didn't need that money for everyday living, if you see what I mean. It was kind of like bonus money for having sold some of my planners. So I decided, rather than having it sitting around and just kind of getting whittled away on stuff, because it was like 150 quid. Can't remember now. About that. I thought I would start buying some Christmas presents. And I thought that would be really good so that I'd got the presents ready to go. I've got the money, so I thought it was best to like buy something and put it away, and then I know that I've got something, and you know, you don't know what's around the corner. You know, jobs and things are often uncertain, as you know, these things are. And so yeah, I thought, I've got some money, I'm going to buy a couple of Christmas presents. And they're actually here because I ordered them on Amazon like a couple of days ago, and I've got Amazon Prime, and they're here already, and it's like, wow, that's weird. So in the room, which is where I'm filming now, is where I also keep my stock. We've got a cardboard box allocated for hiding away Christmas presents in, but obviously my tiddler is a tiddler, so she can't read or anything really anyway, so she doesn't really know, but might as well start with good practices of hiding and things. So yeah, it's in the stock room, which is full of like other boxes and things, so she doesn't know. I say stock room like it's like a grand thing, but it's my spare room in my house where I work. So yeah, I've got some presents already. So I have printed off 2 logs. One is an online purchases, so that I can remember what I've bought and where from and everything. And the reason I do that is sometimes when Christmas gets a bit chaotic and you're ordering quite a lot online, I find sometimes it gets a bit confusing and you can't always remember what you ordered and from where, and if something doesn't turn up, like in the past I have had something that hasn't turned up and I've basically forgotten that I'd actually bought it until later on, because you know, when you're buying a few presents for everyone in the family and all that. So I've printed off the online purchases log so I can just start writing that down. It's all right if you just buy from one website, like if you just buy from Amazon, it's in your orders list, but when you're buying from various different websites and things, it's not always possible to do that. And then a Christmas present log. So this is for our Tiddler, and so because all the Christmas presents I bought were for her. I say all, I only bought a couple. Were for her, so just gonna write down what we bought her and everything. So there's those two inserts off. And then the other thing is this one, the Advent surprises. So I've got a sheet, obviously they're numbered 1 to 24. What we did last year, and we've decided that we'd like to continue again this year, is we bought a wooden Advent calendar that you can refill with things. And last year we bought her things like small things that she could have. So we bought things like in Flying Tiger last year, they had this wooden set that made a scene. And I tell you what, guys, Tiger is amazing for stocking filler and bits like this. It was like a set, and it was like £2 or £3, but it had like, I don't know, I want to say between 6 and 10 figures in it, like wooden figures. Like it had people, it had a Christmas tree, that kind of thing. And we put one of those in each little box, and so she made up a scene. She really likes trolls, so I bought her like a couple of teeny tiny trolls to put in. And I'm talking like really cheap stuff. Like at the moment she's into like hair clips and things. So like put in like a couple of hair clip, you know, can buy like a pack of hair clips and put like a couple in each day, that kind of thing. We thought that was quite nice to have some little tiny presents. And she's still playing with all the stuff that we bought her before. And then on a couple of days, rather than tiny presents, she had like a bigger present, like bought her a couple of books, like a couple of Christmas books, like The Night Before Christmas, that kind of thing. So they'll come back out again this year. But so yeah, so she might have some like slightly bigger things, but I'm talking like really low cost stuff, which is one of the reasons why I start now. For example, like she's really into Bing, and I went on the Amazon website, and there's a couple of the characters, Sula and Amma, in a set, right? They're only small, in a set. On Amazon, they were 20 quid. Whereas the other day I happened to be in TK Maxx, and they were £3. And I was like, that is just, I'm just going to buy that. I just can't not get that. You know, that kind of thing. So I buy bits and bobs. Oh, I also bought in TK Maxx and that was for £2. It's this little box set of Peppa Pig stamps. There was like 4 stamps in there and an ink pad. So that's like 4 or 5 days for £2. So yeah, I pick up things when I see them from now on to kind of like spread the cost and things. So written that down. So yeah, that's kind of like my Christmas planning has now started. I don't know how often I will do videos and things, and what they'll be on. As the time goes on and gets closer to Christmas, they might take the shape like they did last year and become more like day in the life vlog style. And that's purely because I've already done a Christmas planning series. I feel like I might be like repeating the same stuff over again. So we'll just see. We'll just see how it goes. But I'm excited to get the Christmas planner out, and I'm going to spend some time in a bit after I stop the camera off. I need to go back on the computer and into my emails and work out where I bought stuff from and how much and everything, and fill these in. And then we're rocking and rolling on our way to Christmas, which is super, super exciting. Also this year I need to start Christmas planning early because John's sister is getting married on New Year's Eve, and so Christmas is going to be crazy because we're really close, we're not far away, there's so many weekends that are like, because John is a groomsman and our daughter is a flower girl, and we've got suit fittings and dress fittings, and John's mum used to be a florist, and she is doing most of the floral arrangements because florists are closed in the Christmas period. And because it's all going to be all systems go, John and I are hosting Christmas. The entire family are coming to us Christmas Day, so it's going to be a busy time with Christmas and the wedding. Yeah, it's going to be quite busy, so I think, and do you know what, I just enjoy it, and if you enjoy something, then, you know, why not do it? And I'm getting a tickle in my throat now, so it's time to have a cup of tea and say ta-ta for now. See you guys.